YouthBuild. It's a really great program, and she's a really great person. She's worked really hard. And I think it's really exciting because YouthBuild is up to a lot of new great things. It has come a long way. So excited to hear from you and all the good things you're doing, Alicia. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Anytime you want to unmute, it never works, right? Hey, everybody, my name is Alicia Leonard, and I'm the development director at YouthBuild McLean County. First and foremost, I'm a YouthBuild graduate from the 90s, but I'm not going to tell you when. I have been working at YouthBuild for 20 years in one capacity or another. Started as a receptionist, and I've been the development director for the last 12 years. It's been a while since I did a presentation on YB, but I can still speak to everything about it. One of the, when I sent Jessica kind of the overview of why I do this work, because this program saved my life. Prior to coming into YouthBuild, I had no direction, no positive adults. I was a teenage mom, and I was headed for self-destruction. And the founder, Suzanne Fitzgerald, some of you may know, depending on how long you've been around, she took me under her wing, and she still has me under her wing. And she gave me what I was looking for, which was family. So that is one of the most important things, is having those positive adult relationships. Because our young people, and not even just our young people, period, right? They may not have positive adults in their lives. And what happens if you don't have positive adults and positive people around you? You do negativity. So that's one of the things that we try to make sure that our young people have a lot of positive adults around them. So can I share screen, Ms. Dorothy?
You should be able to share now.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Sharing screen. Okay, they're good. I can see people's faces too. All right. So, can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's just black is what I see. Oh, there it is. Yep.
Okay. So, big picture, right? YouthBuild McLean County, there's so much, right? We're a nonprofit, first and foremost, youth development nonprofit. We have 2 high schools underneath us, specifically serving at-risk youth. We have YouthBuild McLean County Charter School, and we have YouthBuild Academy. We are in partnership with the Unit 5 school district, so we have a charter school with them for students that need a lot more than that 2,000 person high school, right? They need a more individualized experience, very intensive wraparound services. And then we have YouthBuild Academy, which is our private high school where we can actually issue diplomas up to age 24. Both schools are accredited through the Illinois State Board of Education. And this is something that I hear, right? And it astounds me. YouthBuild is not the bad kids school. For one, no kids are bad. None. Whether they go to West, RAS, Community, YouthBuild, Lexington, kids are not bad. They're trying to figure out who they are and where their place is in the world. But for a long time, people assume that this is the bad kids school. In the 20 years I've worked here, we've had 6 fights. 6. And as soon as staff got close enough to break it up, they broke it up because they were terrified that they were going to hurt one of us. Our young people are extremely protective of us and protective of the space because they know they can be here and every adult cares about them. Every adult is going to go to the mat for them. And this is not an 8 to 4 job. My staff and I and a lot of other staff, we're taking phone calls and texts from students at 10, 11 o'clock at night because life is not 8 to 4. right? So our kids aren't bad. Our kids are actually very well behaved. They just have some obstacles, and I'll talk to you about those obstacles. Obstacles faced by our youth. Average literacy level is 6th grade upon entry. Now, some of these students may come in with all their English credits. How's that possible, right? Because other educators did not want to deal with them. So they just passed them with a D, but they can't read, right? Average math level is 4th grade. They deal with homelessness and unstable housing, absent and neglected parents, teen parenting, abuse of home lives, involvement in the criminal justice system, no caring adults in their lives, mental and emotional health issues, PTSD, trauma, right? If they're a YouthBuild student, they've got some trauma. Breeds PTSD. Lack of guidance from former instructors. I know when I was in high school, and many of you may be able to relate to this, instructors teach to their learning style. And I'm a college professor as well. So I'm very kinesthetic, hands-on, but I have auditory learners in my class, and I'm not an auditory person. So I had to learn to adjust to meet their needs too. But instructors teach to the way they're comfortable. And that doesn't always meet the needs of the learners, right? Education trauma. If you're not familiar with the term, it's kind of, blanket, but education trauma is when young people, not just young people, the adults, they're triggered by previous educational experiences. So at YouthBuild, we don't use traditional language that is associated with high schools. We do have a licensed principal, but he's the education director, right? We have classrooms, but we call them workshop rooms. And our students don't call me Miss Leonard, they call me Miss Alicia or Miss A, because we're a family and we want to remove as many previous negative triggers and experiences as they've had. Because if you keep pushing negativity, you're going to get negativity. If you expose them to positivity and another way to think about things, you get positivity. Undiagnosed learning disabilities. And this goes back to the lack of positive adults, parental figures, and guardians in their lives. Some of our young people are 20 years old and they clearly have learning disabilities. But if you know, like my son, he's 26 and I had to go to a lot of IEP meetings because of his reading disability. But parents have to be involved and they have to care to make that happen. So we're dealing with a lot of that. YouthBuild is one big accommodation. Whatever we have to do, whatever it takes, over, under, around, and through for our students and graduates. Food insecurities. A lot of our young people, they don't have food at home. Rivian has adopted us, and they bring our young people and graduates. We get so much food from them every single day. And the students have a lot to take home. Lack of appropriate clothing and lack of understanding of what appropriate clothing is for different situations, and a host of others. If you can name it, we've got it. Any questions so far, or do you want me to keep rolling? I can't see the chat, Miss Dorothy, so.
You can keep going.
Okay. All right. So this is our mission, and these are some of my babies. It's our mission to build, develop, and inspire. Build, develop, inspire, and challenge educationally and economically disadvantaged students to make a difference. There's about 8 YouthBuild graduates working here right now, myself included. Over our 28 years in existence, we've probably had 100 graduates working here at one point. And we bring the noise, right? We get it done because we can connect with the students in a way that other people can't. I mean, all of our staff are amazing and they can connect, but I'm very open with sharing that I dropped out of high school and had a baby, and they would never assume that, right? But that's where assumptions get you in trouble. So we have served over 2,000 youth in McLean County since we started. That's actually, I think I need to relook at that number because this is from a couple of years ago, but definitely over 2,000. So we're a lot of things. Our most current initiative, and is my baby, is our Career Development Center, Career Development and Alumni Services Center. I remember when my son graduated from Bloomington High School about 8, oh my gosh, he's 26, so what, 8 years ago? And graduated, and I got something in the mail, them wanting me to donate. They don't know what happened to my son, you know, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, you know, because at YouthBuild, we're grant funded. We have a lot of different funding streams, and we do wraparound services, and we do them for real. And one of the things as a YouthBuild graduate that I was fortunate enough to experience, as well as several other graduates, they never left us. Just because you graduate with a diploma or a GED doesn't mean you have your life figured out. I get up in the morning and wonder if my life is figured out sometime. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but I do, right? There's a lot of decisions still as a 44-year-old with 2 master's degrees that I've not encountered before. So I still have my mentors, and I still have people that I can lean on, my personal board of directors, you know? Starting in like last August, I was like, I want an alumni center. And everybody was like, well, where are you going to put it? I said, I'm going to knock down a bunch of walls. And I did. I knocked down 5 offices. And now we have the Career Development and Alumni Services Center. And it started out serving our graduates and, you know, students. We are partnering with, I work at Heartland, but we are partnering with Heartland to do recruitment for their WEI program. We have recruited 90% of their applicants, and there are community members here receiving post-secondary and career support every single day. And it's amazing. This amazing space that I have, we've already outgrown it. But we love it, and the graduates love it. The graduates are actually financially contributing to support this space because it's their space. And it's just amazing. So my team, my heavyweights, so that's me. So here's my YouthBuild year of graduation, but I already said my age, I'm 44. And then I have Miss Chantel, she's our career coordinator, and you guys know Miss Chantel. And then I have Miss Victoria, she's my post-secondary education coordinator, and she is a certified teacher. So we all have some similar experiences to the students and the graduates. So we're meeting a massive need. And actually, since I've been on this call, I got a text from one of my graduates' moms. She wants to come in and work with Victoria and Chantel because she wants to upskill. Absolutely. That's what we're doing, right? So this is the baby. This is my new baby. And so these are some of the supports that we provide. And originally this space was designed for our graduates. But word of mouth happened when we started working with Heartland, and we have a lot of community members that are here. And there are other employment places in town, but the staff doesn't look like us, right? Staff doesn't have these experiences. And we're very open and candid because we had to overcome a lot of obstacles to get to where we are. And that's very attractive to the people that we're serving, because if they could be where they want to be, it would already be done. And we do a non-judgmental approach. We go to them, whatever they need. We're here until 7, 8 at night because our goal, we want to upskill the world. We got to start with Bloomington-Normal, but we want to upskill the world and make sure that people have the life that they deserve. But some of the supports that we do in the Career Development Center, interest assessments, right? When I started college, I thought I wanted to be a hotel manager. no, that didn't work out for me. I never did an interest assessment. I'd never even worked in a hotel. That lasted an entire 8 months. And then our founder was, you're doing GED breakfasts with your housekeepers, and you're helping them with their resumes. You need to come back to YouthBuild because you're a human service worker. And it was a battle back and forth, and I've been here ever since. But that's important because some people think they have an interest in something, and then you do these assessments and it highlights skills in another area, right? And assisting our youth with their vocation major. So at YouthBuild, we have a CNA, pre-CNA program, and we have an on-site health careers lab. We have residential construction, and we have an on-site construction lab, and we have information technology, and we have an on-site STEM lab. Our construction students also have a house that they work on and demo and rehab every year. So we work with them on that, work readiness training and certifications. I have a lot of employer partners. Does anyone want to guess hard skills or soft skills? Which is, if you were to poll a lot of employers, would employers say that soft skills is what's lacking, or the hard skills are what's lacking in employees? You guys can yell it out. Oh, the chat is rocking.
Yeah, they're saying
I
soft
think we have an
skills.
employer on here.
Everybody's saying soft skills, Alicia.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. So we have a lot of employer partners, and I'm a big portfolio person. I have one, my professional one, my staff are building theirs, and our students have professional portfolios. Credentials mean something, right? You can talk about it, but do you have a credential in it, right? And can you practice it? And I'll show you shortly the certifications that our young people earn in addition to their high school diploma, their CNA, their CompTIA, and their residential construction license. So we do a lot of mock interviews. We have career mentors, job shadows, internship opportunities, industry tours. We were just awarded the Summer Jobs Grant again. This is our 10th year, and that's actually where I serve non-YouthBuild students over the summer so that they can have all the experiences that our youth builders and YouthBuild graduates have of college immersion experiences. Our kiddos get to weld. We get to take them to Heartland and weld, or MTI and weld. They get to do hands-on things, because how do you know if you don't try it? A career closet, professional dress days. Rivian is one of our partners, like I said. They are starting incentive luncheons, and we have our first business etiquette luncheon on May 4th. So our young people get to get dressed up, and they're going to learn the etiquette, napkin in the lap, which fork, all of these things that our students aren't exposed to. Everything employment related, right? Resumes, cover letters. If you can think about it, we're doing it. Networking events, follow-up day, evening, and weekend hours. People's lives don't stop. They are respectful of our time, but we do get a lot of texts. We have group meetings with our graduates, and Chantel and I and Miss Victoria, we were in it last night at 9:30, cracking jokes with our graduates, being human, right? So that's career related. Post-secondary is absolutely, I'm an education junkie. So a lot of the same things, dual credit courses. So I also teach our dual credit classes here for the YouthBuild students. So they can take Career Success 101 and earn a college credit, which is awesome because a lot of our students don't think they're college material. Everyone, if you're any type of material you want, and that's not just students, that's anyone. If you want it, make it happen. You just need the right board of directors, right? We do a lot of college and trade school on campus experiences. So we immerse them. Yeah, we can walk around the campus, but no, they get to weld, they get to solder, they get to build and touch and, do all of those things. They have post-secondary mentors. Heartland is our primary partner. And I've been working there about 7 years. So we have a lot of mentors over there that spend time with the young people and help them overcome those fears of post-secondary education. Everyone doesn't need a college degree, especially not these days. A short-term credential can get you get a pretty good salary, get a pretty good career. FAFSA, we help them with all of that. Scholarships, our young people are AmeriCorps members. So upon graduation, they have an average of maybe $5,500 in scholarships. And that's for trade school, that's for college, that's for CDL license, that's anything that is underneath an accredited institution of higher education. Summer bridge programs. I've worked with Heartland for several years to build programs for my graduates over the summer that's tied into what's high growth, high demand in the area. A few years ago, we did welding certification, maintenance, pharmacy tech, and their AmeriCorps scholarships paid for it. And it was specifically designed for my YouthBuild graduates. Yeah, there's a lot that we do. So let me say, alumni, it's a lot of the same things. We do an alumni Facebook page. We don't do background sealing ourselves, but we know people like Miss Net that's on here, and then some of the lawyers that are paid lawyers, because some of our graduates, they're not low income. And I got my background sealed, right, from some things I did in my 20s. I shared that with the students and the graduates. So we have some connections there. In the center, we also have, it's about 1,000 square foot space, but you guys will have to come over here and see it. I love showing it off. But we have a host of laptops, Wi-Fi access, printer. So if the graduates just want to pop in and they need to print off some documents, they can do that. They know our hours. They've got our cell phone numbers. Just shoot us a text and let us know that you're on your way. Lots of stuff. Let me see, is there anything else? Oh, here is list of certifications through the Career Development Center. These are additional certifications that our young people can walk away with upon graduation. And our graduates are actually doing a lot of these certifications. And I've worked with employer partners, like I said, those soft skills. So everything over here, I don't know about you guys, but I know, in the workplaces where I've been in, communication skills is a struggle for some people, written and, spoken. Time management, right? Human resource management, teamwork, written communication. I've gotten resumes from people with PhDs before that cannot spell. That is not okay, right? We want to equip our young people and our graduates so that they have a leg up, because they've always been the underdog, right? So they have all of these and they get to do them for free. There's no charge. Let me see. Success, next exit. That's what happens. If any of you guys want services, just text me or any of your clients.
Alicia, can you put your email address in the chat so they can
Sure.
reach out to you too?
Sure.
Does anybody have questions for Alicia? Because there's a lot of programs and I know she squeezed a lot in a half an hour, and
I know there's a lot. I mean, I didn't even touch on our school. Not really.
Gaynet's got her hand up. Gaynet?
Yes, ma'am.
My apologies. I didn't mean to do that. I'm fanned out with YouthBuild already. I'm fanned out. So I think I know as much as I need to know.
Okay. Sorry, I saw your hand go up. So, okay. I think you have so many programs. I know the last program you guys have, the one with Heartland, Is that the workforce one? I can't think of the name of
Yeah,
it.
Workforce Equity Initiative. They've contracted YouthBuild to do recruitment. I love higher education. I love it. It changed my life. But colleges, they're equipped to provide credential. Going out in the community and walking in housing projects and, going out at night and hitting the block, talking to people about upskilling and opportunity, that's just not their expertise. That's ours. Because that's how we used to recruit our students until our students became our number one source of recruitment. Now the students recruit other people to come to YouthBuild. I see you, Jessica. Jessica used to work for us. That was my little partner in crime back in the day. But yeah, we are working with Heartland Community College on their Workforce Equity Initiative grant. And the grant is designed to provide opportunities for African-American minorities, African-Americans primarily, low-income individuals to complete short-term credentials. Tuition and books are 100% paid, and individuals receive an $800 a month stipend throughout the duration of their credential. Because African-Americans and then Hispanics, but African-American males primarily are the least likely to complete a college credential. And I know I flunked out of college twice before I figured it out. But it was because it was intimidating to me. I didn't see anyone that looked like me. I didn't see anyone. I didn't think I had to take my son to class with me sometimes. And we're trying to help break that barrier, that everybody belongs on a college campus. If that's where you want to be, own it, So yeah, we've recruited about a lot of people, probably like 60 so far. And we're gonna, I'll take a trip. And most of them a lot of them are YouthBuild graduates, which makes me very, very happy. But we're going to go out to Heartland in our YouthBuild church that have family on the sleeve and see how that works with Heartland. We'll pop up there to see you, Jessica, you and Miss Faye. And we won't fit in the counseling center. It's way too many of us. But.
And I think Jessica had her hand raised too.
I do. I had a question in terms of for new students to the program. Is there a certain time of year that we should send them that way, or?
So application, we recruit we have 4 enrollment periods: September, November, February, and April. And then in the summer, we just have the summer jobs program. And then YouthBuild is a year-round high school. So then we just have the students that we have recruited from those 4 enrollment periods. And our graduation is in August.
What are the ages again that they can apply? The young
minimum 16. 16 to 24 is the age that YouthBuild serves. Under our academy, YouthBuild Academy, you can get a diploma up to your 24th birthday. So a lot of people, it's not advertised, but honestly, in the state of Illinois, traditional high schools, they can keep you until your 21st birthday, but that typically does not happen. We'll take them. We want them.
Are you in other counties yet?
Oh, YouthBuild's national.
Okay.
And international, actually. There are 265 YouthBuild programs in the United States, and there are probably 60 in various other countries. In Illinois alone, there's 15 programs. There's one in Champaign. It's new. It's a startup. Decatur has a YouthBuild program. Lots in the Chicago area. I'll have to look at my chart. And we actually have a statewide coalition.
Yay, I'm so proud of them.
But every YouthBuild program is a little bit different. Some are just GED in construction. YouthBuild McLean County is a monster in a positive way.
Yeah.
We started out as a GED program, and then we became a high school in 2007. And then we added another high school in 2008. And then we added healthcare in 2016, and we added IT. There's so much. And now we're getting ready to add culinary arts in September. There's a lot going on here, you guys. You just need to get over here and see it. Jessica.
You need a tour.
Alicia, I've got a question, and just in general, because you are doing amazing work. What are you needing? What are you looking for? How could we help you do what you do?
Most of the people are nonprofits on here. I won't say funding because funding is always a need, right? Because we are serving community members now, where all of our grant funds are tied to YouthBuild students and graduates. So we're serving a lot of people from the community. Funding is always a need, but I think for everybody on here, funding is always a need.
What do you mean when you say you're serving community? So
all of our grants, because we're grant funded like a lot of your organizations, they're tied to YouthBuild students, right? The dollars are, and YouthBuild graduates. But because the center has just kind of taken off, graduates are bringing their girlfriends. They're not YouthBuild affiliated. You know, graduates are, hey, my cousin just moved down here, or even community members are referring people. So that's not a population that we have funds for, but we've never will turn anyone away. They've been turned away from enough in their lives. We absorb everyone. But we are going to be doing mock interviews. So I do need mock interview people for the students and my summer jobs, young people in the summer as well. And Chantel will be leading that project. But yeah, just mentors, and not the type of mentors that you think, right? We do the personal mentoring with our young people. We want individuals that can open doors for our graduates, right? And our students that can, they have their residential construction certification, they have their OSHA 10, and they've completed 15 other soft skills certifications, right? Who owns the construction company? Oh, my cousin does. We're looking for people that can open those doors, help us. I mean, we've got a lot of partners, but can help us open those doors, because we all know on here it's who you know. And that's one of the things that we're constantly building and expanding. We've got some strong partners. And so that's definitely an area of need, or an area that you could help with.
Well, thank you so much, Alicia. You have given us so much, and there's so much more. I know you had to condense everything because I know it's more to it.
Yeah.
Really appreciate everybody on here. It said positive comments about you. You're amazing. Thank you for being vulnerable. That was from Michelle. Someone said they're gobsmacked and ecstatic over the services you offer for young people. I'm just over the moon. I am so excited about what you're doing. Anything I can do, just connect. Chantel connect with me, but any young people I can send your way. I think it's a great program. We're really blessed to have all these opportunities. So.
Yeah, we've outgrown this space. Like my developments, we've outgrown it already. I need twice the size, at least. But it is serving its purpose, and I love seeing community members here that aren't YouthBuild affiliated getting help with their resumes, because we're not. We share our stories, and that connects with people. No one is perfect, and we've all hit bumps. And, being vulnerable with people, and not coming from a place of I am above. We don't do that. We meet you where you are, because I learn something from my students every day. I mean, when the pandemic hit, I didn't know anything about Zoom. I am I don't like technology, put it like that. My students train me, and I use these tools every day. So I told them to put on their resume, training of executive staff, because that's exactly what you did. So there's a way. Yeah, I mean, they trained me. But yeah. So yeah, I appreciate you having me today.
Thank you again. And we will all be reaching out to you. So this is just great. Thank you again so much, Alicia.